You know, when you picture a military cargo plane, you're probably thinking of something kind of slow and clunky, right? But what if I told you there's a plane out there that can haul a 69-ton Abrams tank, land on a tiny dirt runway, and then back itself up a hill, all on its own? Well, let's get into the absolutely incredible story of the C-17 Globemaster III.
Welcome to a journey into the hidden history of everyday objects, concepts, and groundbreaking innovations. On this channel, Scorpion GI, we uncover the fascinating origins and forgotten stories behind the things we see every day. Some began in ancient civilizations, others changed the course of human history, evolving through innovation over thousands of years. Using AI-powered research, we explain how an object, concept, or invention became an essential part of our lives. If you enjoy history, curiosity, and discovering the surprising past behind amazing innovations, this channel is for you. Subscribe and explore the untold truth on a Scorpion GI.
This is the Air Force's ultimate do-it-all workhorse. To really get what this plane is about, I want you to remember just one number, 823. Now, this isn't just some random statistic. Nope, it's a world record, and the story behind it tells you everything you need to know about this machine. So, picture this. It's August 2021, during the chaotic withdrawal from Afghanistan. A single C-17 crew, call sign Reach 871, makes a tough call. They pack 823 desperate people into the cargo hold and fly them to safety. That one flight in the middle of an intense crisis is the perfect snapshot of what this aircraft was made for, pulling off the impossible when everything is on the line. But believe me, its journey to becoming this reliable icon was anything but smooth.
Yeah, before it was a record-breaking hero, the C-17 was basically an underdog fighting for its own survival. This was not an instant success story, it was a complete saga of delays, major failures, and just massive cost overruns.
I mean, just look at this. The program kicks off way back in 1979, but the plane isn't actually operational until 1995. That's a 16-year journey, and it was filled with setbacks. The first flight was a whole year late, and just when it seemed like they were getting on track, bam! The program hit a huge wall during a really critical test.
So here's the deal. The Air Force has a rule. An aircraft's wing has to be able to handle 1.5 times its maximum expected stress. It's a non-negotiable safety thing. The C-17's wing, it buckled and completely failed at just 128%. It was a catastrophic failure that sent the engineers right back to the drawing board and cost over $100 million to fix.
And the whole program was under a microscope. Critics were just everywhere. There was even a government report that basically challenged its main selling point, this whole idea that it could land anywhere. They pointed out that, sure, the C-17 could fit on thousands of short runways, but most of those runways weren't nearly strong enough to support its weight. That finding just slashed its supposed advantage.
And this number? Wow, this is staggering. By 1993, McDonnell Douglas, the company building it, had lost almost $1.5 billion of its own money just to keep the C-17 program from getting canceled. The Pentagon had pretty much given them an ultimatum: you fix these problems or we're pulling the plug. The company literally bet its entire future on this plane.
So why? Why go through all that pain and spend all that money? Because the C-17 wasn't just another cargo plane. It was a totally revolutionary concept, designed to blend two very different jobs into one incredible airframe. So this right here is the key to the whole thing. See, historically, you had strategic airlifters. Think of the giant C-5 Galaxy for those long-haul flights between big, established bases. And then you had tactical airlifters, like the C-130 Hercules, that could get down and dirty on rough frontline airfields. The C-17 was designed from the ground up to do both.
And this is where you really see the practical difference. Being able to land on a 3,500-foot dirt strip is just unheard of for a plane this big. It can land and take off from places that would be completely unthinkable for other heavy jets. That gives it unparalleled access to pretty much anywhere on the planet. And the secret sauce, it's all in the engines. The thrust reversers on this thing are a masterpiece of engineering. Not only do they let it make these shockingly steep descents and super short landings, but they can actually push the fully loaded plane backwards, on its own. No tow vehicle needed. This means it can get itself into and out of super tight spots on the ground all by itself. And here's a fun little detail from the crews who fly it. They call it the Moose.
Now, it's not because it's big and powerful, even though it is, but because when it's on the ground being refueled, the plane's vents make this weird groaning noise that sounds just like a moose call. It's a little bit of personality for this incredible machine.
So, after surviving that troubled birth, the C-17 went on to build one of the most impressive resumes in the history of aviation. It proved its worth in every single corner of the globe.
In wartime, its impact is just undeniable. It carried the heaviest battle tanks directly into the fight in both Iraq and Afghanistan. It dropped over 1,000 paratroopers into northern Iraq in a single night. And get this? More recently, the Air Force has even been testing it as a makeshift bomber, literally just rolling pallets of cruise missiles right out the back.
But its power is absolutely matched by its compassion. When disaster strikes anywhere in the world, an earthquake, a flood, you name it, the C-17 is almost always the first to arrive, bringing food, water, and medical supplies. From Haiti to Turkey to Pakistan, it's become a true symbol of hope.
And then you have the really unique jobs, the ones you'd never expect. It flies to the South Pole for scientific missions. It's the go-to transport for the president's limo, the Beast, and his helicopter. It even flew Keiko, the whale from Free Willy, to his new home in Iceland. And in a moment of incredible solemnity, a C-17 carried the coffin of Queen Elizabeth II on her final journey.
So after decades of incredible service, the story of this plane has reached what a lot of people thought was its final chapter. Back in 2015, the massive assembly line in Long Beach, California, just shut its doors. After building hundreds of these planes for 24 years, the production run officially ended. It really felt like the end of an era.
All told, only 279 C-17s were ever built for air forces around the globe. For a plane this influential, that's actually a pretty small number, which really cements its status as this highly capable, but also highly specialized asset.
But then, a twist. Recently, reports started surfacing that Boeing is in talks to do what everyone thought was unthinkable: restart the C-17 production line. A decade after it closed, it looks like global demand for its unique skills might just bring it back from the dead.
Which leaves us with a really fascinating question. The C-17 was the plane that almost didn't get built, yet it proved to be completely indispensable. With no other aircraft out there that can truly fill its shoes, its story might not be over. So, what do you think? Does the future hold a comeback for the Moose?
Please comment and don't forget to subscribe to Scorpion AGI for more deep dives into global power, technology, and hidden truths.